Hello guys, you're welcome back to the Untitled Vlogs, where we talk about health tips, fitness tips, and other general issues. So guys, we have a very interesting topic to talk about today. Getting married in the United Arab Emirates as an expatriate. So guys, if today is your first time of watching my video, I would like you to give it a thumbs up. For my usual subscribers, I equally want to say thank you for your support. So guys, let's get into the real deal. Can expatriates get married in the United Arab Emirates? Yes, guys, if you want to know whether it's possible or not, I will encourage you to join me to the end of this video. So, guys, let's go into the real deal. So, first of all, we talk about the type of marriage that is recognized in the United Arab Emirates, which is a marriage between two adult male or female that have a consent to live as husband and wife. So this is the first thing you have to put in mind, that this is the type of marriage that can be carried out in the United Arab Emirates, and it must be legally registered. Okay, so then when we talk about the marriage types and the forms of marriage or wedding that one can equally go through in the United Arab Emirates, there are three different types of wedding or marriage procedures that one can equally go through. These includes court marriage. These the couple have to do their wedding in the court and provide the necessary documents. It's highly recognized by the UAE government. Then we talk about the embassy wedding. So this type of wedding is a wedding in the embassy of the individuals. For example, if the man is from a particular national, he has to take the wife to his embassy for the wedding, and is equally recognized by the UAE embassy, UAE government. Thirdly, we talk about the church wedding. This is another wedding procedure that is equally recognized by the United Arab Emirates government. This one, you have to go to your church and seek their consent, and once you get an approval to be wedded in your church, it's equally recognized by the United Arab Emirates government. So guys, just like I said, actually why I'm making this video is because of some questions I've been getting from my friends, regarding this concept, whether one can get married in the United Arab Emirates as an expatriate, someone as a foreigner living and working in the United Arab Emirates. However, it's because I did my own wedding in the United Arab Emirates, and I believe I'm in a position to talk about this very topic based on my own experience and on what I have to go through for me to actualize this very goal. So mainly what I want to talk about is the type of wedding I went through, because I'm a Christian, so I have to do my own wedding in the church. Yes, of course. So first of all, there's this standard of documentation that is required for anybody that wants to wed in the United Arab Emirates. Whether you are a Muslim or non-Muslim, this documentation procedure or requirements is very important. It's just the standard. You have to meet up with these requirements before you've been given a go-ahead order for you to continue with the marriage procedure. So guys, I have a list of the requirements that are the standard you have to meet up with before you can be given an approval. So let me read out some of those requirements you need to meet up with before you be given a consent. First of all, you need to bring your birth certificate. That's the original copy of your birth certificate. Then you talk about your international passport. The international passport original copy is equally required. Then we talk about the residency visa. Especially if you're a resident, you must have to provide your residency visa card to the authority. If it's the church or the embassy or the court, you have to make it available for them. It's part of the documentation procedure you have to go through. Then we talk about the letter of consent from the guardians. In this very aspect, what they mean by letter of consent by the guardians, it could be from your parents, it could be from your relatives, your brothers. If your parents are no more alive, your relatives or your brothers can give you a letter of consent, showing that they are in support and they are aware of your marriage. And it's equally demanded from both parties, both the groom and the bride. You have to make it available in for the authority, for the approval. Then we talk about the letter of spinsterhood or bachelorhood. So what I mean by that is a letter showing that you are not yet married, showing that you are still a spinster if you are a lady, that you've not gone into any marriage, that you are still single, and you can equally eligible to go into marriage without any hitches or any hindrances. And equally for the groom, you have to provide a letter of bachelorhood, showing that you've not been married before. These are documents you have to provide. Then they can equally approve that you are free to go ahead with your marriage, that you are not yet married. So another document you have to provide is for a divorcee, you have to provide a certificate of divorce from your spouse, that you two are no longer together. And for a widow, you have to provide a certificate of death of your spouse that shows that he's no longer alive and that you are free to go ahead with your marriage. Then you have to get these things available. These documents I mentioned are the standard. You have to make them available to any authority that you want to wed with, even if it's in the court, in the embassy, or in the church. So first of all, another thing is that I will equally advise that you go to your embassy to find out their own requirements, because at times it varies. Some embassies have their own peculiar requirements. In case maybe if you don't have all these documents that I just listed available with you, it's advisable you go there, you ask them. They will now tell you what it takes or a way to handle your own situation, because everybody has his own peculiar cases. So everybody's case is not the same. So it's better you go there, you find out based on your own situation. So don't relent, don't get discouraged. So you just have to go, then you find out what is required of you in your embassy, because it might not be the same with a different embassy of a different nationality. So guys, once you are done with this, I think that's the first stage of your approval. Once you've been able to gather all these documents for your wedding, yes, that means you've really started. So on this very video, I want to talk about on my own experience, because I did mine in the church. So first of all, I provided my documents as required, those lists I just mentioned. Then I have to put up my application with the church, because where I worship is in the Catholic. So in my church we have what we call marriage course. You have to undergo a marriage course for you to be prepared for what you are going into. That's the procedure of my church. Yes, I don't know, maybe a church might have same procedure or they may not, but I'm just telling you based on the experience I had and how my own procedure went through. So I had to go to my church and put up my application for the marriage or wedding. So after undergoing the marriage course, which might take a couple of days, or depending on the duration of the marriage course you have to undergo, so that you be prepared spiritually, mentally, psychologically, and otherwise, because of the things that you are going into. Because as a person that is going into a new institution, marriage is an institution, yes, an institution that make up the society. So you need to be nurtured, you need to be tutored on the things that are involved so that you get your mind prepared for that. So I have to go for the marriage course in my church. So after which I completed the course. Once you finish the course, you'll be given an approval for you to go ahead with the wedding. Then I have to take take a date that the marriage or the wedding process will take place. So after that, depending, another thing you have to consider, because when I did my own was during the pandemic period, we equally observe COVID-19 safety rules or protocols. So guys, it depends on where you are doing your own wedding. They may tell you the number of people that are allowed by the government of the UAE. It's not something that they just do, or you invite a lot of crowds. They are the people to tell you based on the COVID-19 protocol. So the number of people that they want you to come with for the wedding, it varies. So you have to find out from the institution you are doing your own wedding. They have to inform you about that. So after which, yeah, then you now going for your wedding. So I think, guys, these are the things that you need to get ready for you to be wedded or for you to undergo marriage procedure in the United Arab Emirates. So guys, with these things I've really told you, you can equally know the answer to that question that was posed. Can you get married as an expatriate in United Arab Emirates? Yes, the answer is a big yes. It's possible. So guys, I equally encourage prospective couples that wants to wed here to get themselves ready. Go and get the required documents. Yeah, here you go. No issues. You'll be wedded, and it will equally be acknowledged once you follow this procedure. It will equally be acknowledged by the United Arab Emirates government. So, guys, I just want to know what you think about this, because this is my own experience that I just shared. Because I did my own in the church, so maybe others might do in the court. Yeah, you can equally do in the embassy. So it depends on where you do your own marriage. But the bottom line is the question that was posed to me. That's what I'm trying to give a kind of a clarification and an answer. That is very, very possible for you to get married in the United Arab Emirates as a foreigner or as an expatriate living and working in the United Arab Emirates. Once you meet up with the necessary requirements or documentation. So guys, I don't know what you think. You can drop your comment on the comment section below. So please, if this is your first time of watching my video, I'd like you to give it a thumbs up, and you can equally suggest any topic you think you want us to talk about, because you know, it's a platform. We discuss issues, we discuss ideas, and we equally share experiences. So thank you, and God bless you.